Hey everyone! In today's video, we're going to be going over number 43 out of your Essential Elements book. If you have not done so yet, grab your instrument. Today I'm going to be playing flute. Make sure that you have your book on a music stand, and if you're playing off of a phone, make sure that you have a speaker that's loud enough that you can hear me playing notes while you can also hear yourself playing notes. So if your instrument covers up the sound coming from the phone, you want to try to find maybe a TV, maybe a laptop, or just a speaker that you can plug in or do a Bluetooth to just make it loud so that you can really play full. Just to make it the most like when I'm in your lesson with you. I'm not as soft as a phone. So without further ado, this is number 43. This is what it sounds like, and this is what we're going to learn in this video today. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to learn how to play that. We're going to go small chunks at a time, and then at the end we're going to play along with some fun background music. So first we need to talk about the rhythm. Okay everyone, at this point in the video we're going to play along with some fun background music. The way that this background music works, if you have your CDs or if you've logged on to the Essential Elements webpage, you can actually download those and you can play them through. In the first half, it has one type of music, and in the second half, it's a little different. It's going to count you off. You're going to hear a man that's going to introduce the song. You're going to hear 4 beats, and then we're going to be ready to play with some background music. Once you try it once, I want you to keep going back until you feel like you are playing it just as good as I am. All right, here we go. Let's press play here. Here we go.
Long, long ago.
1, 2, ready, go. Repeat. Again. 1, 2, ready, go. Repeat. So everyone, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that these are making sense. One more time, what I want you to do this week is either, if you can, upload a video to Google Classroom underneath this week's assignment, or if you can't take a video, please fill out the Google form, just so I know that when you're at home, I know that you're practicing. If you have any questions, you can let me know there. You can tell me how long you've been practicing or what you've been practicing, any different stuff. I just want you to be having fun and making sure that you're using all this free time to, really better yourself and be productive and make some really beautiful sounds. So I hope school's going well, and I miss you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week. First things first, I'm going to have a 3-second picture. It's going to say what your instrument name is, and it'll show you what notes you're going to play in this piece of music. What I want you to do is pause the video on your picture, write in any note names underneath number 43 if you need to, and then we'll be ready to play. So everyone, on the board right here, I wrote out the flute part. Obviously, not everyone watching this video plays flute, and that's okay. What we are worried about is what the rhythms look like left to right. It doesn't matter if you play a flute, which is the highest note, or a tuba, the lowest note. Your rhythms are quarter note, 8/8 quarter, 8/8 quarter, 8/8 half, quarter, 8/8 half, quarter, 8/8 half. Now, if I was to sing along with this, it sounds like this. Tell me the tales that to me were so dear, long, long ago, long, long ago. Sing me the songs I delighted to hear, long, long ago, long, long ago. So, if you notice, I sang that through twice, and that's because I used a repeat sign. At the end of your line of music, you have a line, another line, and then on the left side of it, you have two dots. And when you see that, that tells you to go back all the way up to the beginning here and start over. So the cool thing is, once you learn it once, you can play it twice. So let's get into this. First, let's talk about the rhythm in this measure. Now, you guys are used to, in Mrs. Mateo's class or Mr. T's class, probably seeing a quarter note that would be ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti. Now, in band, when we use numbers, we're going to go 1, 2, and for the eighth notes, 3 for the quarter notes, 4 and for the eighth notes. So because there are 2 note heads within this one picture or within that one beat, we say 2 syllables. 4 and, ti, ti, same amount of syllables. So the first measure is 1, 2, and 3, 4, and let's play that together on our instruments. So everyone just play measure 1, and it goes like this. Here is the speed. We are going to be at 72 beats per minute, and it's this fast. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, ready. So the first measure sounds a little strange to end on this eighth note, but that's because we have to put this first and the second measure together for it to make musical sense. So let's go even slower. And first what I want us to do is I want us to speak the rhythm. Me first, you second. Ready? 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, ready, your turn. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and let's try that again using the syllable 2. So sing it while you say what you'll do with your air. Just like that. Here we go. First measure. 1, 2, and 3, go. Now, as I've said before, it's your responsibility to know what notes you have to play for your instrument. Today, I'm playing flute. The flutes have lucked out on this video that they get to have me playing their notes. But if you're a trumpet player or saxophone player, you still have these rhythms. So it's your job to make sure that you know what the notes are. If you need to go back and look at the beginning with all those pictures, do that now. So now let's play this. And if I'm a flute player, I really need to make sure that when I go from my C to D, I switch very quickly. So you need to be thinking ahead and know what's coming. Let's do measure 1 together. This way you can see my hands. And let's take this down a little slower, like this. 1, 2, ready, go. If you still need more time on measure 1, I want you to go back and take that now. But now we're going to move on to measure 2. Measure 2 begins similar rhythm as over here. We have a quarter note, so that would be 1, or ta, and then on beat 2 we have eighth notes, or tt, which would get 2 and. Now what's different is the way that the measure ends, in that we have a half note which lasts for beat 3 and 4. So considering we're now using a sixth note, my top note now for flute is going to be G. For trumpets and clarinets, your top note is going to be your A. For the horn players, it's going to be D. And for us, for the low brass players, it's also going to be your G. So if I'm a brass player, I have to make sure I go over my F lips to be able to play whatever that high note is. So now let's go ahead and play measure 2. This would be 1, 2, and 3. Try it. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3. One last time. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3. Now, let's play it with the metronome. Tap your foot. 2, ready, go. So with that, that will be the rest of measure 2. So now if we put the first 2 together, it'll sound like this. 1, 2, ready, go. And that's the first 2 measures right there. Let's try the first 2 measures together with the metronome. Tap your foot. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Again, if you need more time to work on measures 1 and 2, just go back a minute or two. I've already explained it in the videos. If you have any questions, you can fill out your Google form and you can ask me about it there. Now, let's continue and learn the rest of this song. Now, to talk about the rhythm, I want us to just kind of look about, if you just look at this measure and this measure, they look really similar because the rhythm. They start high and move down, high and move down. And the rhythm is going to be 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. So here, so, fa, mi, re, do, ba, 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 ba. It sounds similar, but the notes are different. The rhythm is the same. The notes up and down on the music staff are different. First, let's practice measure 3 on its own. So this is going to be, if I'm a flute, trombone, baritone player, this is tuba player, it's oboe player, it's going to be F, E flat, D, C. If I'm a clarinet or a trumpet player, it's going to be G, F, E, D. If I'm a horn player, it's going to be C, B flat, A, G. And if I'm a saxophone player, it's going to be D, C, B, A. And here is measure 3. Let's try that again. Ready? With the metronome, it sounds like this. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Playing, your turn. Ready, go. Try that much again. I want you to pause the video and try to practice measure 3 on your own, making sure that you're using your tongue to separate all of these notes. And now I'm going to move on to measure 4. Measure 4, as I said before, has the same rhythm. So now the notes are, for you, fa, mi, re, do. If you forget what the solfege syllables are, the do, re, mi, fa, so, get out your warm-up number 1 and you can review it right there. So, fa, mi, re, do. Let's do measure 4, speaking the rhythm. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3. Now, let's play it. Tap your foot. 1, 2, ready, go. If you need more time on measure 4 or measure 3, I want you to go back and practice those individually, but now we're going to put these together one after the other. Here we go from measure 3 and 4. Tap your foot. 2, 1, 2, ready. Again, rewind, try that much again. But now we're going to go back and try to play measures 1, 2, 3, and 4 all at the same time in order. Just to review what it will sound like. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. We're only going to play this one time through, then we'll do the repeats. Everyone tap your foot. 1, 2, ready, go.